pretty birds. Are you growing? What big birds you've gotten to be. Oh, look at your feathers and your wings. You're big boys and girls. Yes, you are. And your mama's coming to feed you all the time now. Pretty soon you're going to be strong enough to fly out of the nest and start your own family. What big, pretty birds you are. Yes, you are.
Hey boys and girls, so I'm here at the Bluebird nesting box, and the bluebirds, the two remaining bluebirds that lived, they fledged 4 days ago. Fledging means that they were strong enough and they had the wing power to leave the box, and they actually came out of the hole and started to fly. So that was 4 days ago. Now since then, Mom and Dad have been coming back many times a day. They've been landing on the hook. They've been eating mealworms. I've been feeding filling the cup 3-4 times a day with worms, and they've been coming back. But what's been really interesting is that the dad has been coming into the box and going in there and shuffling around, and you can see him kind of like he's, I don't know, tidying up or doing something. And he comes out and he lands on the hook, and he has straw in his mouth. He has some of the nest material in his beak. So that's making me think that maybe that's a signal that he's thinking it's nesting time, that maybe Mom has more eggs to lay. They're going to start another family. So with bluebirds, you want to make sure that you get rid of the old nest, because their instinct is to build a new nest. And the other thing is that there can be parasites and kind of like bad little bugs in there that aren't healthy for the new eggs and the new babies if she decides to lay another clutch of eggs. So today we are going to remove the nest and look at it up closely, and then we're going to see over the next few days if they start building a brand new nest in here. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so we're here at the nest box. I'm going to go ahead and put these gloves on because I don't want to touch the nest with my bare hands because it's probably kind of a little gross in there. So let's go ahead and lift the side door. Okay, so you see, we can see there's this plastic here. Here's the nest. You'll see when I take this out what they built the nest on. This is a piece that kind of guards the bottom. So you can see what they built their nest out of. And I'm going to wash all of this too. Just boys and girls, imagine how much work it was for the birds to bring over one of these pieces of grass at a time. How many trips to this box over the course of days and days to build this. I mean, there are thousands of pieces of grass in there. It's really amazing, isn't it? Okay, we're almost there. All right, let's take a look at it. I see a feather right here. I see some little feathers. Here's a little feather from a baby bird. You see how kind of fuzzy it is right here? It's fuzzy right there. That's baby bird fuzz, feather fuzz. They're small feathers. And you remember we talked about how they build a cavity nest. So this, before I took it out, this was kind of built up like this. And the birds were down in that hole, in that cavity, like that. So this is probably, what would you estimate? Maybe 5 inches tall. It was a little taller in there. I had to squish it down some. And probably maybe 6, 7 inches across. And look at all of that straw and grass. It's just an amazing thing that they do in building a nest. Here's the bottom piece. This is important because it keeps, well, that just came out now. It came out. That keeps air underneath the nest so it doesn't get old. And we look inside, we can see the hole. So that's the hole that they see when they're in the nest. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean this real well, and then we're going to put it back together and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to dry out the inside of the nest box. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? This is nature. Okay, now I have the 3 pieces. I've cleaned these with hot soapy water. So this piece is right here, okay? You see how it has holes in it? That lets the air kind of get under the nest so it doesn't get, you know, wet or funky in there if the birds are in there or they poop or anything. And this piece goes on top of that, and that's what the birds will actually build the nest on. So again, there's air here, and that's going to keep things, you know, healthy and safe for them. And then I'm going to slip this piece in these grooves. There. Okay. There we go. Now we have a nice fresh nest box if the birds decide to build another nest. I'm just going to close that. I don't usually lock it. That doesn't seem to bother them. And then we can take a peek over the next few days and see what we see. Let's see if there's been any activity inside the nest box. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Mom and Dad are building a new nest.